Hi everyone, how are you guys doing today? Today I wanted to share with you guys how I create this polymer clay necklace. I'm calling this one the daisy field necklace. Of course, it's different from the orchid branch necklace I showed you guys in my other video. If you would like to see me recreate that exact necklace, then let me know so in the comments below and I will create a version of that in the next one. But I'm absolutely in love with how vibrant this necklace has turned out and the little earrings that go with it. So I hope you're excited. Let's get into the materials. For this one I have used a few different brands of clays. The base is made with the Craft Smart and Sculpey. I've used a white Sculpey 3, some Primo and Fimo, and well, everything as you can pretty much see. I had not decided on my final colors at the very beginning. That's why you see more colors than you see in the necklace. You're also going to need kind of a glass lid as a base for the shape of the necklace for it to fit well around your neck, and then I have put a butter paper on top that acts as a barrier and kind of protects the lid. For the base I wanted a light brownish color, so I mixed the Craft Smart clay with the Sculpey 3 clay called Hazelnut. And then to mix them, you can roll them over and over by folding them. I used my pasta machine for the same thing on its thickest setting. And I repeatedly run my clay through it until I got a uniform light brown color that I wanted. And then I rolled it out to a thin sheet by first rolling it on setting 7 and then on setting 3 because I wanted a really thin base to begin with. Then to cut out the form of my necklace, I have used my own stencil. I create my stencils by just folding a paper in half and cutting out the shape that I would like. And I have made markings on the top of it so that I can make necklaces of different lengths. As you can see, I'm working on a piece of glass and I cannot recommend it highly enough. It just makes the whole process extremely easy as compared to say plastics or acrylic surfaces. I would highly recommend getting a piece of glass to work on if you're working with polymer clay. I use an X-Acto knife and a flat blade to cut out the shape of the necklace using my stencil. And then I use the flexible flat blade to remove my clay off of the glass surface. And as you can see, the glass makes the process very easy. I then place the cutout of the clay on the glass lid base and added 2 of these flat hooks that I created using an 18 gauge wire on it. I covered those hooks up with 2 more thin pieces of clay so that now these hooks are baked with the clay and are securely embedded in it. I tried creating a pattern using a pumice stone, but that actually wasn't a very good idea because first of all, the pumice stone is not flexible and wasn't conforming to the shape of the necklace very easily, and it was also crumbling a little bit and leaving tiny pieces behind. I wasn't so much worried because this part of the necklace is getting covered eventually. And as you'll see later in this video, I found a better way of creating a base pattern. I bake my polymer clay pieces in a little toaster oven that I have by covering them with aluminum foil, and this is a really important step to avoid burning your pieces. I baked this initial base at 250 degrees for 10 minutes, and these 10 minutes included starting from a cold oven. I wanted to have a slight domed look to my necklace, so I rolled out the base clay on the thickest setting on my pasta machine, and then I cut out a smaller pattern out of it. To adhere this part to the base piece that we already baked, I used the Bake and Bond. It's important to use this when you're trying to attach unbaked polymer clay to a baked piece. After attaching the 2 pieces, I smoothed out the edges of this thicker piece so that now the final necklace had a slight dome shape, and I used a nylon ribbon that I found in my collection to create a subtle pattern which was much better than the pumice stone. Now to create the flowers, I had purchased the little plastic cutters from Amazon, and these cutters do have a learning curve, I must say. I need to point out here that different clays with different pigments in them can have different consistencies. This white polymer clay was really difficult to work with, and it was much softer than the other clays I have. There is a way to soften clay that is too hard. I don't know if there is a way to harden clay that is too soft. But anyways, I cut out pieces using these cutters and created little petal patterns on it using one of those dentist tools things. You can actually just use a toothpick for this purpose. I cut out different size flowers out of different colored clays, and as you can see, it's much easier to cut it out of the purple clay than it was out of the white clay. For the centers, I used a bright yellow Fimo clay, and to pattern the centers, I used a wire brush from a hardware store. I attached these centers to the flowers and added the flowers in a grouping on one side on my necklace. Now to cut out the leaves, I used the same flower shape and separated the petals. Smoothed out the edges and used the same needle tool to create a center line. Added these leaves underneath the flowers and added tiny little tube-like things on the edges that I created using this extruder from Sculpey. To make earrings, I actually cut out some oval shapes from the base clay. Patterned it using the ribbon that I used, and used the smallest of the flower cutters to cut out 2 flowers and just, you know, created some leaves, and this was just random. And then I baked everything again for 10 to 15 minutes in my toaster oven on the same 250 degrees setting. And the necklace was ready. I finished it with some hemp cord in yellow and added some vibrant green glass beads to just give it an extra interest, and I'm absolutely in love with the final product. I hope you guys like it too. Let me know what you guys think. I will be sharing some other pieces as I create them in future. If you are interested in seeing the orchid branch necklace that I created, again, let me know so in the comments below. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a giant thumbs up. Thank you again for joining me. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!